One NBA game, just one NBA game this Friday night made the second, but it's a big one. Elimination game 6, Houston at Golden State. I'm going to let you know how to play the side, total, player props, tons of free analysis, free picks coming up right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV, and I've done every NBA playoff game every day for you, and I will continue to do so. And as we get to these smaller cards, 1 or 2 games a day, I'm going to take an even deeper dive into each game for you. So if you're finding it useful, thumbs up, comment below, and I will keep doing every NBA playoff game every day for the next 2 months through the finals in June. Right, this is an elimination game because it's game 6. Rockets kept the series alive with a blowout win on Wednesday night at home, and that was a best bet winner for my clients, part of our 70% run to finish the month of April. May is here, and this is such a great time to be on board. Don't forget about not just the NBA playoffs, but daily baseball best bets too on my page, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. And Rockets off a nice showing in Game 5, but as expected, I thought they would play well at home with their back against the wall, and that was definitely the case. They had a huge lead at the half. 76-49. They were up 27 points at halftime. So we can't read too much into the 131-116 final. It was a very high-scoring game. In fact, it was the first time that we had a real high-scoring game. In fact, the last 2 games have gone over. And keep in mind, Game 1 was priced around 213 on the total, stayed well under, just 180 points. Games 2 and 3 then bumped down 204, 205. We saw a 8 to 9 point move from games 1 to 2 and 3. And then it's kind of hovered in around 203 and a half, 203 the last couple games. And now we've seen 215 and 247. So let's look at the total first. I do think this game will be lower scoring for a few reasons. First of all, elimination game 6s and 7s in general have trended to the under. If you've blindly played the under the last few decades, you've done pretty good in game 6 and 7s in the NBA because the defensive intensity shows up. And after a high-scoring game in which both defenses were a little lax the last game out, I look for a better effort. First of all, Golden State was really bad defensively in the last game, allowed the Rockets to just do whatever they wanted. As I mentioned, over 70 points at the half, ended up with 131. Houston shot 55% from the field, and they shot 49% in the loss at Golden State in Game 4. So the Warriors are coming off their 2 worst defensive showings in this series. So I look for some more lockdown defense. And keep in mind, both Houston and Golden State both ranked top 7 this year, 2 of the best defensive efficiency teams in the league. Both offenses were not even top 10. So if you look at the overall seasonal stats, both defenses hold the edge. And I think in the game 6 here, off a high-scoring game, we'll see that. Now, Houston has held Golden State to 41% shooting or less in the 3 of the last 4 games. So they've been playing really good defense. But I think the Warriors will probably break out a little bit more offensively at home off the blowouts. If you're playing the under, the Rocket team total under might be the safer option. And if Golden State wins this game as they should, as a 4.5 to 5 point favorite, that team total probably gets there as well. Because if you look at the game so far, 2 of the 3 games that Houston has lost in this series, they have scored 93 points or less, 93 and 85 in their first 2 losses, and then 106 in a game they could have won in Game 4. So lean Golden State, lean under. That would get you leaning also the team total under for the Rockets as well. Let's look at some player props here. Obviously, if I think it'll be more of a defensive game, we're going to probably start looking at some unders, and I do think Golden State probably gets the win here as a 5-point favorite off the blowout loss. So first thing we would do is look at some Rocket player props under. Fred VanVleet is a guy I mentioned after games 1 and 2. He was only 3 for 20 shooting. I thought he would have some breakout games, and boy, has he done so. Monster games the last few out. 17 points, 25 points, and then, of course, most recently, 26 points. Not necessarily looking to fade VanVleet because he's been an overplay for us, but what I'm saying is I would not play him over in this spot. We've cashed 3 straight overs with VanVleet since I mentioned that after games 1 and 2. Would stay away from him here, just kind of neutral on him there. Somebody that might regress a little bit after a monster game is Amin Thompson. Thompson, 25 points most recent time out. And I think he could regress a little bit. He shot really well from the field, 8 for 12, only played 34 minutes, 25 points in that game, and he had 17 the game before that. And once again, back in Game 3, it was only 5 for 16 shooting with 11 points. So Thompson's a guy that maybe regresses a little bit for the Rockets if you're looking there. Somebody else we maybe could talk about here that I think is probably not going to play great is Sagan. He had 6 for 9 shooting, 15 points. Can't really score more than 15 points when you only take 9 shots. And, of course, he's had some big games in the past. Back in Game 4, 28 shot attempts, 31 points. But I think he's on the radar now. So some Rocket players you might want to take a look at or be either neutral or under. Golden State players, you maybe can take a flyer with some overs. I do think they'll play better here. And, of course, we never fade superstars. We actually look to play them in bounce-back spots. And the two superstars did not do much for Golden State, and that's why they got blown out in Game 5. Stephen Curry did not have one of his better games, so definitely looking for him to bounce back. He was just 4 for 12 shooting and finished with very low for him. Points-wise, not very great there either. So, once again, Curry maybe bounces back after 4 for 12 shooting. Jimmy Butler, what do we do with Butler? He was only 2 for 10 shooting. I would expect him to probably bounce back as well. Jimmy Butler injured a few games ago. He's been back for a couple games now. I think he's all right, though. If you look at what he did in the game, he came back in Game 4. He looked like he was all right. He played extended minutes in Game 4, 40 minutes, took 12 shot attempts, 27 points. Curry, 17 points in that Game 4. And once again, coming off a subpar Game 5 as well, which he had just 13 points. Butler had only 8 points. The Warriors are going to close out the series here, which I think they will as a 5-point favorite. Got to like Curry points over and Jimmy Butler over. I think you play both Butler and Curry over. One of them, if not both, hit probably on Friday night. That's your standalone game, 9 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. All right, I'll be back on Saturday. I'll be back on Sunday. By the way, the Cavs-Pacers Game 1 starts this Sunday. Depending on the results, we'll have some games on Saturday perhaps. And make sure you click that bell when you subscribe so you know when this video is posted every day. When there's an NBA game, I will have a free play video for you each and every day here during the NBA playoffs. So subscribe and hit that bell for an instant alert. Thumbs up, like, and positive comments below. If you're liking these videos, I will keep them coming. I do truly read the comments and I reply back. If you have any questions, any handicapping, money management questions, feel free to ask away as I do reply to the comments. And I love the support here on WagerTalk TV. And what are your thoughts on Game 6 Friday night? Side, total, player props, Warriors, Rockets. How are you attacking this one? Hey, include some analysis if you have time. Let's learn and earn and win together here on WagerTalk TV. And don't forget, I'm giving you free opinions on sides, totals, props. But if you want my official best bets, the games I am actually personally using, same games I've won with consistently for the last 29 years since I started in 1996, then you want my best bet service at WagerTalk.com. And the concept is so simple. It doesn't matter if you're getting a 1 day, a 1 week, a 1 month, or a 1 year. If I have a play, every client gets the exact same plays I'm personally using, detailed analysis as well. And I'm very selective, maybe 2 to 3 best bets per day on average throughout the year. And that selectivity pays off. We won over 133 units last year in 2024. In fact, we had already doubled our bankroll by the end of August last summer. And I'm looking to do it again. We got hot at this time last year, number 1 in the NBA last year, number 1 in best bet profit in baseball last year. And it started right now, spring into summer. Now is the time to get on board. You want to start small, we have a buy 2 weeks, get a third week free. That's a great offer, no promo code needed. Buy the 2 weeks, you get the third week free. That works out to $9.50 a day for all sports, basketball and baseball. Or if you're ready, see the offer on the screen there, 21 days for less than $10 a day. It's pretty simple. But if you're ready to take a true long-term investment approach, the best offer is the one you see on the screen right now, the 1-year all access with the instant $811 discount. That gets it down to exactly $3 a day, about $1 a play. That also gets all of next year's college and pro football seasons, next year's college basketball season, next year's NBA regular season, and the playoffs, the rest of this year's playoffs, the rest of this year's baseball, all of next year's baseball. You get the point. 365 days and nights of football, baseball, and basketball nonstop. That is how you take a true investment approach with sports betting. Takes you about 4 to 5 minutes a day to log in, get the plays. They're also emailed directly to you with analysis. Don't even have to log in. Get the plays, shop around, get the best number, put the play in, set it and forget it. That is a true investment approach. That is what my long-term clients, my long-term winning clients do on a daily basis. And right now, get it for about $1 a play with promo code SM365. So if you've been thinking about getting on board, whether it's the buy 2, get the third week free, or the 1-year all access for about $1 a play with promo code SM365, now is a great time to do so. We doubled our bankroll by the end of August last summer, and I'm looking to do it again here in 2025. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. By the way, very selective, as I mentioned, 2 to 3 best bets per day. That means that last cut that just misses the best bet card that was just a bit outside is still a pretty strong opinion. And I put it up for free for everybody. So check out the daily free play with analysis. You can also see the previous 20 best bets recapped, win or lose. I put my previous best bets up each and every day. You can also click on them to read the analysis afterwards. So follow along, free play daily, best bets recapped. And when you're ready to get on board, one of those all sports, all access specials is a great way to go. And all the promos, all the details are on my page right now, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and get there quicker, wt.buzz/SM. On the way out, don't forget to follow me on social media at Steve Merril, 2 R's, 1 L. You see it on the screen, 2 R's, 1 L, at Steve Merril on X and Instagram. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV because you know there's more free play videos coming up next.